What's up, NFL fans? It's NFL Nate back again with our final picks and predictions video of the regular season. We're going to be looking at Week 17. Lots of teams are trying to solidify their spots in the playoffs and make it in, and a lot of teams trying to get those higher seeds locked in. Before we jump into it, I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the Super Bowl. Every subscriber means a lot, so if you could just hit that subscribe button, I'm going to be covering all the NFL playoffs, the NFL draft, and everything about that. So if you want to stay tuned on that, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and let's jump right into it. Our record through 17 weeks is 165-74-1. Last week we went 10-6. We still only have one perfect score. Hopefully we can make that 2. I really want to do good in the last week of the regular season, so let's see what I got. The first game doesn't have any playoff implications. I have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. And Justin Jefferson is trying to break the all-time receiving yards by a rookie, and I think he can do that. But this game doesn't really matter, but I still think the Vikings will win 27-20. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs have the 5 seed right now, and if they win this, they'll solidify themselves as the 5 seed, which will be really helpful as the 5 seed will be playing the NFC East winner. I think Tom Brady and the Bucs get the job done. They win 27-17. Next, we have the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. I'm going to pick the New York Jets for the first time this year. They're on a hot streak. They already have the number 2 pick in the draft no matter if they win or lose. I think the Jets beat Tom Brady. Sam Darnold wins to go into the offseason, and he feels good. The Jets win this 23-20. Next, this is a big AFC game. We have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins, I'm pretty sure if they win this, they're in. So they really want to win this. The Buffalo Bills are playing for that number 2 seed. I think the Dolphins, they keep having to bench Tua to put in Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's not a long-term strategy for success. I feel like the Buffalo Bills are too good of a team. They were able to do it against the Raiders. Ryan Fitzpatrick had some magic, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that kind of magic against the Bills. Josh Allen and the Bills are probably going to get up big, and I think the Bills will win 31-24. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers are starting Mason Rudolph, what I know. So I think if they're starting Mason Rudolph, the Browns really need to win this. They can still make the playoffs by losing, but they guarantee are in if they win. So I think they're going to try really hard. They got to get this win. And for the Steelers, I think they've already accepted fate, and they don't really care about going for the 2 seed. That's why they're starting Mason Rudolph. So I think the Cleveland Browns will win 30-21. Next, we have a big NFC East matchup. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants, who, if the Washington football team loses, whoever wins this game wins the division. So it's a big divisional matchup if the Washington football team loses. The Cowboys and the Giants. The Cowboys are looking pretty good right now. Andy Dalton and that wide receiver core have been looking really good. Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper. As for the New York Giants, they have a pretty good defense, but I just don't think Daniel Jones is going to be able to get it done. I think Andy Dalton and the Cowboys receiving core will put up 3 touchdowns, and they'll win 27-24. Next, you have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Baltimore Ravens, if they win, they're in. They're facing the Cincinnati Bengals. There's no reason they should lose. They're on a hot streak right now. I think Lamar Jackson gets the job done. They get into the playoffs another year. They win pretty easily, 28-10. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The last time these two teams played, the Jacksonville Jaguars upset the Colts in Week 1. The Jags have not won a game since that Week 1 win. The Colts, on the other hand, have picked up a few wins, and even if the Colts win this, they have a chance not to make the playoffs, which is kind of scary. But I think they do win it, and they just hope that either the Dolphins lose or the Titans lose, and they make the playoffs. I think they win 27-10. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. Last time these two teams played, it was Derrick Henry for 200 yards. A crazy game. I think this time the Tennessee Titans do the same thing. I think they have a bounce-back game. Their offense has a bounce-back game. Derrick Henry puts up over 100 yards. They win a close one versus the Texans, 34-30. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. This game is going to be a really close game and a game that will really decide the playoff picture. The Arizona Cardinals right now, Kyler Murray right now is questionable, but I think he's going to play. And Jared Goff's probably not going to play. I think Kyler Murray gets the job done. And the Cardinals make the playoffs, and they win 28-27 in a super close game. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Saints, they have a chance to get the 1 seed in the NFC. They need a few things to happen, but I think they win this game just in case those things happen, and they end the season 12-4 with a pretty good record. Alvin Kamara might have 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think the Saints win 30-20. Next, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. Chicago Bears have a great chance at making the playoffs. They are 8-7 right now. The Green Bay Packers, if they win this, they have the number 1 seed, and they get a bye in the first round. I think that's a big motivator. I think Aaron Rodgers goes out there and beats the Chicago Bears pretty easily, 31-20. Next, we have a AFC West divisional matchup. The Chargers facing the Chiefs. The Chiefs already have the number 1 seed locked in. I don't know if they're going to be starting Patrick Mahomes or not. This game was in week 2 also. It was a super good game. Justin Herbert's first game in the NFL. I think Herbert has another good game. He could potentially break the all-time passing yards by a rookie record. That would be really impressive. But I think the Chiefs still win this, 35-34. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the 49ers. The Seahawks are looking pretty good right now. They beat the Rams last week, and they've been on a pretty good hot streak. The 49ers have not been looking too good. I think Russell Wilson gets the job done. They solidify themselves in the playoffs. They already have won their division, but they're going to try to go for that 1 seed. They win 23-16. Next, we have a AFC West matchup. The Raiders at the Broncos. Doesn't have any playoff implications. The Raiders kind of choked away their playoff chances, but I still think the Raiders will play hard just to get a win going into the offseason. Derek Carr will play pretty well. They'll win 30-23. Next, we have the final game, the Sunday night game that will determine everything. The Washington football team facing the Philadelphia Eagles. Whichever team, the Giants or the Cowboys that win that game, are going to be cheering for the Eagles to win this. I think the Washington football team understands that it's win or go home no matter what happens. If they win, they're in. If they lose, they're not. I think this puts a ton of pressure on the football team. Maybe their quarterback play isn't the best, but I think their D-line will carry them. Their defense will get a touchdown for them. And they win in a low-scoring game, and they win the NFC East that everybody's been wondering who's going to win for so long. They win 23-20. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the Super Bowl, and everyone that subscribes means a lot. You can watch my last video right there. I'm going to be covering all the playoffs and the draft in the future, so stay tuned for that. And my next video is going to be the 3 teams that I think could stop KC in the playoffs. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. See ya!